presidency, right? So they're like,
Can I can
that's a
I
big
can I
one.
keep going?
Oh yeah, sorry, no, go ahead. My bad.
Okay, so what was the point I just made?
If the Democrats supported access to or pro-choice for abortion,
Yeah, so you
wait,
don't support Democrats because they're pro-choice. We established that. Okay?
yeah,
Because they allow access to abortion. Okay, Trump's
yes,
view says it
yeah,
should be legal or illegal depending on the state, meaning he still allows
correct,
access to abortion. So
correct.
under
And
your view, isn't that a
I 100%
disqualifier?
support that. Yeah, and I actually think it should be expanded to not allowing the states the choice, but
I'm just asking, is that a disqualifier? Because you said you wouldn't support Democrats because they allowed access to abortion, yet Trump's position allows access to abortion. So under your
mhm.
view, you wouldn't support him,
Yeah.
right?
So what I see from that point of view is he's actually trying not to trample on states' rights, which I agree with. But at the same time, I think he should be a little bit more strong-handed
You,
with
you think it's justified to leave human rights up to the states?
yes. And I don't even think, first of all, you're classifying that as human rights, right?
Yeah,
So, and I'm
regardless of your
assuming that
position on
that point,
abortion, it's still human rights.
yeah. So I'm assuming that point that you're pushing is women's choice to choose, right?
For
The right to
you, it would
choose.
be the baby's rights because they're human.
Yes. Okay.
That's still leaving right to life up to the states from your perspective. So you think human rights, right, fundamental human rights should be left up to the states?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, so how would you argue against the Confederates?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, they wanted to leave human rights up to the states.
Okay.
So how can you disagree with their position?
I think it's very different to compare slaves' human rights to babies' human rights. And when we say babies, we're talking about like a life that's created.
I'm not hearing a response to what I said.
So
You're
you're
saying
asking.
human
So
rights
what
should
are
be
you
up to the
asking me
states.
that the
That's what their
Confederates
argument. Their
wanted to?
argument was states' rights.
Yes,
Okay, so would you think that's a valid argument?
that the Confederates were allowed to choose what happens to
Yeah,
human rights.
that human rights should have been left up to the states. Would you agree with the Confederates?
I don't
I
think
think
it's
what
all.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to get
think
you
it's
to
all
realize is that
encompassing like you're
obviously
trying
you
to make it.
disagree with them, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's all encompassing like you're trying to make it out to be. It's not just one general catch-all. I think in this very specific case, yes, this type of human rights should be left up to the states
Okay. Okay, so in this hyper specific case, these specific human rights should be left up to the states. Why?
because it's part what their constituents want.
It's what their constituent, so why not just leave it up to
Yeah.
the person?
Well, I think in general, if a state believes that the population of the state believes that they want,
If a
it's,
constituent wants to get an abortion, they can get an abortion. If they don't want to get an
yeah,
abortion, they don't need to get an abortion.
no. So I don't believe in that. I actually think that we should be
Wait,
putting more
wait.
restrictions
If
on
you
it and
want to
not
leave it
making
up to
it.
the states, what's preferable about leaving it up to the states that leaving up to the individual wouldn't encompass?
I think taking away the right to be able to just do it whenever you want. Because right now it's a very open,
That's not
very
what
accessible thing, and
overturning Roe versus Wade does, though. That's what you're not understanding.
okay,
So, like, are you saying that you support the overturning of Roe versus Wade because you want to reduce the amount of abortions that happened?
yes, correct.
Okay. What if I told you that abortions have increased since the overturning of Roe versus Wade?
Um, okay, but like I don't think that's a direct correlation.
It is. It is a direct correlation, and that's after
Or I don't
decades of
think
it
it's a direct
declining.
correlation in your point of view. I think it's probably something more to do with people going to other states to get abortions.
Okay,
Is
so
that
then
not
leaving
correct?
it up to the states didn't prevent abortions from happening. It just caused more of them.
Yeah. So that's
So
why I'm
then why
actually
would you
arguing that
support leaving it up to the states, sir? If you're
I think
against
actually he
abortion,
should
why
be
would
a
you
bit more
support leaving it up to
strong-handed.
the
It's actually a
states
point that I
if it
brought in when
led
I
to
first
more
started talking
abortions
to you.
happening?
Sorry?
Yeah, why would you support, right, leaving it up to the states if it led to more abortions happening?
So, okay. I don't think it's a direct correlation that ban or overturning Roe versus Wade led to an increase in abortions. I don't think it's people. So
Do you
you're
have any
saying,
evidence that it decreased the amount of abortions?
so what's your, sorry, yeah, what are you citing that's saying that
Do
the
you have
increase of
any evidence
abortions?
that it decreased the amount of abortions?
I think it's a fight where it's like whack-a-mole, where you're trying to like certain states are banning it, and the other states
Push of the galaxy.
like.
So
So this
what
is probably
evidence
something
do
that
you
has to be
have that the
all-encompassing.
overturning of Roe versus Wade has
Yeah,
led to
an
more abortion
increase,
or less abortions?
less abortions.
Yes.
So you're asking for evidence that it has caused less. Well, you're telling
Yes.
me that it's not, right?
Well, I'm telling you that we've actually seen abortions increase, regardless of
Okay.
whether or not you think it's due to the overturning of Roe versus Wade. We
Yeah.
don't
So
have
what I'm
good
trying to tell
evidence.
you
Let me
is
please
that I don't.
finish. We don't have good evidence to say that it's
Hmm.
decreased the amount of abortions. So if you don't have
Hmm.
good evidence to say that it
Hmm.
decreased the amount of abortions that
Hmm.
happened, why would you say
Yeah.
that you support this policy or this is the reason why you support Trump when you're not really saving many lives with this? If anything, we've
Hmm.
seen more lives be lost.
Okay. So you're saying more lives are being lost, right? So I don't
Yeah.
think that. I don't think that actually we're all the way there yet. And I think that once you start a path like this, you have to wait till you go to the end of. So he's got to be putting in
How
more
long do we need to
policies.
wait?
I don't know. How long does it take? How long have we
I'm
been
asking
waiting to
you,
fix
sir, because you're the
poverty?
one that's saying, like, how long do we need to tell whether or not it's reducing the abortions?
That's not something I could tell you, but it has
Okay,
to be
so then how
longer
could you
than a
say
couple of
it's an
years.
effective policy to reduce abortions?
How can I say that?
Yes.
Because it's saving human lives. What do you mean? How can I say that it's
What evidence
effective?
do you have that it's saving human lives?
By babies not being killed.
Wh- But more abortions have happened since the overturning of Roe versus
Okay,
Wade.
and you're
So what
taking a
makes you
small
think that
sample
less
size and
abortions have
applying it
happened
to the
now
entire
because of the overturning
situation.
of Roe versus
Oh,
Wade?
sorry. You want me to? Do you want me to talk now, or are you going to overtalk me? Because you just told me
I
to wait
was
for you to
finishing my
finish.
statement, dumbass.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, we're calling names now. That's a great way to have a
Yeah, I'm
debate,
sorry
by the
that
way.
hurts your feelings. Would you like a
No, I
tissue?
just think you're a fucking
I can
idiot.
give
If you
you
want
one if
people
you
to
need
talk
it.
to you, then you should let them finish too.
I was finishing my statement. You cut me off.
No, I started talking and you cut me off again.
Okay.
So, anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is taking a small sample size and extrapolating it to your entire situation and acting like that's the answer. You're going like, okay, there's a spike in abortions after this happens. So that must mean that this never works, right? If we took that type of evidence for every single stance, then we could overturn anything, you can argue anything. There's no empirical evidence for anything if we take that small of a sample size and apply it to that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you got to, first of all, I believe that they should be putting in more restrictions and you'll start seeing a result. First of all, and second of all, I'm telling you that your small sample size you're trying to use to prove your point doesn't apply because it's too small of a sample size.
By sample size, you just mean the amount of years. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. So
Sure. Sample size,
how
amount of
many years do
time.
we need in order to be able to make this determination?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm not an expert on that.
Do you have any idea?
I think probably 10 years is a good sample size.
10 years. So we need until literally 2032 to make an analysis on whether or not
Yeah,
abortions have
you
gone
know,
up or down
sometimes
due to
that
this.
happens, right?
So then why
Sometimes you
would
need
you
that.
say, so then if you have no evidence of overturning Roe versus Wade actually leading to a decrease in the abortions, how could you say that's the reason why you want to pass that policy or why you support Trump? Because it seems to be a basis that has no sufficient evidence.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you don't believe that if they continue to introduce restrictions on states and continue to further pass laws to restrict abortion, that you do not think that the number will eventually go down?
I think that some restrictions imposed actually can lead to more abortions happening.
Okay, explain your position why
Yeah,
that would
depending on
happen.
how they're applied. For example, if you apply it specifically at a certain term in the context of a pregnancy, right, it might
Hmm.
cause people to feel like, right, they might not be able to get access to an abortion later, so they might be more likely to get an abortion in the meantime because they feel like they have less of a choice later on.
So if you stop people, if you don't let people get an abortion
If you
with
don't want
like,
people to get an abortion, how about you create the pathways to prevent abortions from happening without causing it to be illegal in the first place? Like, for example, right, you could reference expanding access to healthcare or universal
mhm,
child care, right?
yeah,
Those things would help people take care of their families in these circumstances. We could talk
mhm.
about comprehensive sex ed or expanding access to contraceptives. Do you agree with
I
all of
actually
those
do.
policies?
I actually personally do believe in that. I do think that's a good idea.
Okay,
I
what's
think
Trump's
actually
healthcare and
supporting
childcare policy?
healthcare and childcare policy.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Like, so what are you talking about specifically when you say that? Just so that I'm not
What
guessing who's gonna win.
is Trump's health care and child care policy? Any of them.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to tell you that off the top of my head.
Hint, he doesn't have one.
Okay.
He doesn't have any. He didn't
Okay.
have a child care plan. When JD Vance was asked, they actually like quite notably said,
Uh-huh.
ask grandma and grandpa to help out. Yeah,
Yo,
which
who
means
said
nothing,
mandatory
which means
vasectomy for me?
literally
That's wild.
absolutely nothing. Okay. And then when he was asked about healthcare, I think
Mhm.
you know what he said. Concepts of a plan, right? Concepts.
God,
He's got concepts, actually. Okay.
bro, you can't do
And
the
that's
impression.
10
Really,
years, by the
Sherry.
way. 10 years into running for president of the United States. He just has concepts, dude.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Isn't
I
that a
think he's.
problem?
Sorry, I think he's been busy, uh, with other things with our country, fixing a lot of other things. Most importantly, the illegal immigration problem. But I don't want to, sorry, swing to that. I just think that he's been focused on a lot of other things. Oh, sorry. Was I supposed to say more?
Okay. You just, so are you going to address any of the points that I was referencing, or you're just going
Hmm.
to say, oh, he's addressing other things? Okay, like what?
Well, I think I, sorry, one second. Sorry, I think he's been addressing a lot of stuff to do with illegal immigration. Obviously, with ICE, with the increased presence in our cities. So I think a lot of that kind of stuff has been taking up his time, more of a focus. I don't think he believes that uh, childcare and all that stuff is like worth investing the money into as much right now. I think he's fixing some
So
bigger
healthcare and
problems first.
childcare aren't important because we need to go after immigration.
No, I don't think it's not important. I just think it's something
Can you
that
name
doesn't need to
one
be fixed
way
right now.
in which Donald Trump's mass deportation policy has benefit your life?
I think actually in our communities, more jobs has become available for especially younger people, more entry level
We
jobs.
had the worst year of job growth in the past 4 years. We saw unemployment increase since Trump got
Yeah.
in office.
Yeah,
What makes
that's
you
the
think
thing that
that?
goes up and down. So I don't take like one year over year as like something that really applies.
If
I
things
think
just
a
go up
general
and down
trend.
is really your answer after 4 years of solid
I mean,
job
under
growth?
Obama, we had one of the highest unemployment rates of all time. Is that not true?
When he inherited it,
When he inherited, okay, so we can always say that about every president. Who
no,
was the last
because
president just before Trump?
before Trump, Biden
Yeah.
and
Yeah, okay.
Obama.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what did he inherit?
And Biden inherited 6.4, and it decreased under his administration. The highest point of unemployment under his administration was the day he took office.
Okay.
Okay? Also, same thing with Obama. Obama inherited a recession with high unemployment, and he led to recovery. Okay? And then that led to the level of unemployment that you saw at the beginning of Trump's administration, where he inherited 4.7% unemployment, which was on a decline already when he took office. And by the time he got out of office, guess what it was?
What was it?
6.4%.
Okay. So he reduced is what you're
So
telling me.
then Biden gets in office, and by the
Mhm.
time Biden leaves, it's at 4%. Trump gets in office, and unemployment rises again.
Mhm.
Okay? At what point are you going to say, maybe
Mhm.
Republicans just aren't good at bringing job growth? Maybe they suck ass at that. Maybe every single time that a Democrat inherits a recession, you could question, why did the recession happen because of the Republican that came prior? Maybe you should ask that question.
Well, I mean, specifically in 2008 was the housing crisis, but um,
Yeah, which was happening under Bush's administration.
yes, correct. I would be honest, man. I'm Joel. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send
Bye.
a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Tina, thank you so much for the Guardians pledge. Thank you very much. What's your birth year?
2006.
And what month?
October.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump. That's
Okay, why do you support
obvious.
Trump?
Because I prefer some of his policies during the first term, like unemployment reached low levels before the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, they got lower under the Biden-Harris administration. And what did Trump
Uh,
do to cause that?
what did Trump do to cause it?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily sure.
So how can you attribute it to him?
That's a damn good question. But no, I'm joking. That's actually the Tax Cuts and Job Act deregulation and increased domestic energy production and
Okay,
trade.
what specific deregulation?
Or Pacific?
Yeah, what specific deregulation?
Damn, that's a good question. Bullshit. The environmental regulations.
What specific one, genius?
The like when the administration rolled back or revised rules affecting power plants, oil and gas production.
So the Trump administration limited coal power plants. Is that what you just said? I asked you for a regulation that Trump got rid of. What specific regulation did he get rid of that you like?
The clean power plan. It was the
The
administration of
clean power
Obama.
plant? That's something he thinks that he created, by the way, which is bullshit. The
What
clean
do you
coal thing, that was bullshit. But can you answer the question? What specific
what
regulation did he get rid of?
the Dodd-Frank banking regulations?
The Dodd-Frank? Did you just look that up with the internet?
No, I don't have anything to look it up.
I think you're trolling. Let's just go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2008, June.
Okay. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Definitely Trump.
Is there a way we can get close to your microphone?
Is this better?
Yeah. Why do you support Trump?
Mostly because I agree with, or it's more because I more strongly disagree with Harris.
Okay. What about her?
I There's a lot of things am. I was raised as a Christian and I kind of inherited that, but I've been questioning it recently. But that's besides the point. So I kind of am pro-life. That's just how I am. And I have a hard time with my beliefs being sorry, I'm not good at this. I'm having a hard time. You know what? Let's just skip this. My bad. I'm just gonna tell you why I like Trump. I like him because I like his.
Hey, go take some time and come back whenever you're more prepared. I'll give you time to do that. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, do give it a second for people to join up. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. I don't know why I didn't let me kick them. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
And do you support Trump? Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
We are Charlie Kirk.
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
And do you support Trump?
I know.
Noah, thank you for the shine bright. Thank you very much.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 22.
And do you support Trump?
Kinda. I'm still on the fence about it a little bit. I've been.
If the
Going a
election
little
were
bit
held
down,
today,
but I did
Harris
vote
versus
for it.
Trump, or you could choose not to vote, what would you choose to do?
If I could vote today for Harris versus Trump, I feel like both candidates aren't really the best choice, in my opinion, man.
So you wouldn't vote?
No, I would. There's many different candidates that there are possibilities for vote for other people, but like, not when it came down to it, I wanted to vote for somebody else when it came to Harris or Trump, but I ended up voting for Trump only because of stuff he said before, and like there was lots of things he was running on, but now through his campaign, things have just gotten a lot worse. You know what I mean?
So do you regret that vote?
I'm starting to. There's a lot of things that, I have kind of not liked about Trump, but then there's other things that he's done that's been all right, but it's all about perspective, I guess.
Okay, so so the question though, like you wouldn't vote for Trump if the election were held today?
Probably not, but
Okay, well I recommend keep watching these lives. You can hear my arguments on the matter. But since you wouldn't specifically vote for Trump in that context, I'm going to go to the next person to go find someone who does currently still support Trump. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everyone. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yeah, what's up? How old are you? Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everyone. Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, let's play Minecraft, bro.
Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody.
Come on, G.
I thought I kicked them. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
How does it feel that Charlie Kirk cooked you?
Oh, wait, send a guest request back. I thought they were going to say something completely separate. They're obviously a Trump supporter if they're saying that. What was their name? Let me add them back. Because I destroyed Charlie Kirk in a debate. What are you talking about, bro? Which person? What was his name? I thought he was going to say something else. I don't even remember. Whatever. I guess I'll just go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. If they send a guest request back, I'll try to look for them. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everyone. I am looking for a Mason. Oh, actually, here we are.
Yo, how does it feel that Charlie Kirk cooked you in a debate?
Yeah, how old are you?
Oh, I'm a kid. I was just saying.
Okay. Well, I gotta kick you then. He didn't cook shit. He got destroyed. Repeatedly. Over and over again. Jessica, thank you for the star map. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Thank you so much for the bouquet. Thank you very much, Rach. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Earl, thank you for the stingray. Thank you very much. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. It is taking a minute to get some people up here. I do apologize. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. They just left. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, give it a second, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Nigger, I rape kids. I rape.
You're disgusting. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2006.
And what month were you born?
June.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because he's firmly against communism.
Okay, both sides of the political aisle are not communists, so.
What about Mamdani?
Mamdani is a democratic socialist, which essentially means
Which
he's
is a
advocating
communist.
for social democratic
He's
policies.
a communist.
Not that he's advocating for
He's
communism.
a communist.
And secondly, Zoran Mamdani wasn't the last presidential candidate or nominee, so would you like to engage with that? Kamala Harris,
No.
she isn't a socialist nor a communist.
But she agrees with his plans for New York, meaning she has socialist views, does she not? Did she not back him when he was wanting to be elected? Did she not endorse him?
Only after he became the nominee.
So just because he was the Democratic nominee,
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she's a socialist, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Could you
Donald
explain to me
Trump-
how like
Another
you supporting the Democratic nominee, right? Specifically in the
reason-
context of the mayor
Another
race.
reason.
Like how does that make you a
No,
socialist
no,
or a
no.
communist?
Let's get back to the original question.
Wait, no.
okay?
Do you think
Kinda got
everyone
off
who
ahead.
voted for Zoran Mamdani is a socialist or a communist?
Most of them are.
Wait, so is every?
No, some
Okay,
are
so then you've just conceded.
idiotic.
Because then Kamala Harris can
liberals.
be a liberal and still vote for them.
The reason I would vote for
I
Donald
don't think
Trump.
that. Wait, by the way,
again
I would
is
have voted for
because of
Zoran
his-
Mamdani. Does that make
his
me
strong
idiotic?
stance
Hey,
against
does that make me
the
idiotic?
Islamic Republic of Iran.
I thought it was the Islamic Republic of Japan.
Iran.
Japan?
Iran.
Japan?
See, this is what you do, Dean. You just sit
My
and you
name's
play
Parker.
at words constantly. What do you feel about the human rights of women in Iran right now? What about them?
I
They can't
think
go
that they're being
outside and
violated. I
sing.
think that the IRGC is
So
an
is it
incredibly
okay for what
repressive
Trump is
regime.
doing? So
What's
you
that?
would agree with Trump? You agree with Trump then?
No, I don't agree with going to war, but I can acknowledge that they're incredibly
So then,
oppressive.
okay, so what would you do differently then? Because in my opinion,
wait, do
you
you think
should
that
go to
do
war
you
with
think that
people
we should go to
who
we
throw
should go to
gay
war with the
people off
Taliban again?
roofs.
Do you think we should go back to war with the Taliban?
Like in Syria?
In Afghanistan. What the fuck are you talking about? Shane, I think of the galaxy.
I can't believe. So why can't we, as a people, agree that Iran should cease to exist because of their human rights violations towards women and young girls who are
Am I
being
going to
raped
get a
right
response
now
to what
as we
the
speak?
question I just asked you?
Donald Trump is trying to help the women.
If you don't want to, I'll
Iran.
just kick you.
Kick me.
Okay, well, I'm asking you a question. If you'd like to engage with the question,
Ask the question again.
do you think that we should go back to war with the Taliban?
I think we should go to war with all Islamists in our country and abroad.
So, like every country around the world that is Muslim, or every country around the world that is Islamist?
Islamists.
Okay, so we should go back to war with the Taliban? Is that your view?
I don't think we should have pulled out because you agree that we should have pulled out, and Biden pulled out way too fast.
Who
If
set
it
up the
wasn't for
agreement to pull
Biden-
out?
No, if it wasn't for Biden, we probably would have saved billions
Hey,
of
Kemper,
dollars in
Kemper,
equipment.
Kemper, who
But
originally
you're too
set up?
busy.
Kemper,
You're too busy having photo
Kemper,
shoots
sir,
with
sir.
a president who
Sir,
didn't even know who you were.
Kemper, can you chill? Who specifically originally set up the deal with the Taliban to pull out?
It was supposed to be over years, and you know that. It was supposed to be
no, it wasn't.
step by step.
That's
it
wrong.
wasn't supposed to be overnight. Did you see all the people who were
It
cleaning?
wasn't overnight. Can you respond to my questions? It's not very difficult. Answer the question. Who originally set up the deal for us to leave Afghanistan?
Trump, but it was
Trump set it up. And by the way,
it was
did Biden extend the date to leave? Like give them more time, give us more time to leave? He just left. I knew it. Knows that he was completely wrong, by the way. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, do you support Trump?
I would say kind of.
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Harris versus Trump, I would probably pick Trump.
Okay, why?
I feel like the best interests of the country itself on a business perspective are held by Trump.
Okay, and can you tell me why you think that?
I think because he wasn't a politician before.
Every politician wasn't a politician before they were a politician.
No, I mean, he was a businessman before he was a politician.
Okay, and? Was he like a great business person? I mean, he inherited like over $400 million, accounting for inflation from his dad, and he bankrupted 6 different times, including two casinos. Can you name one good business person with 6 bankruptcies?
Well, I guess you got me there.
Okay, and then what economic policies has he passed that have made the economy better off since he's gotten office?
Now, I don't know if I can exactly quote myself on this, but I believe he might have had a great deal with the EPA 319 grants for farmers for the conservation policies that are now in place.
Okay, what conservation policies? What did it do?
It was essentially trying to get farmers to go to no-till conservation practices in order for like the pollution and reduction of nitrogen and phosphorus into the grounds, which, I mean, essentially helps with downstream farmers and or water pollutants that go into our drinking water systems.
So you think he imposed a regulation?
I can't necessarily quote it.
I bet that was passed by Democrats.
Say what?
I bet that was passed by Democrats.
I don't believe so.
That sounds like a Democratic position.
It sounds like it, but I don't think it was.
Okay.
Like, I can't necessarily quote that, but I do think that the conservation practices that were set forth was because of the economic harm towards the farmers.
You said for till?
Yeah, no-till.
Okay. Let me see. The own Trump administration says bolstering strength in food supply, share results with stakeholders. Is it spelled TIL?
Yeah, TILL.
That didn't come up on the page. That's nothing about it. I don't see anything here that says that he benefited that.
Okay.
I have something here. This is an article saying a slap in the face. Small farmers say Trump is turning his back on them. But that's really all that came up.
I guess we could try to get into that, I guess.
I guess we can. Do you know anything about the economy that's gotten better off since Trump got in office?
Honestly, you'd probably know a lot more than I would.
Okay. And I can tell you that there isn't anything that's got better off. It's gotten worse.
What was better under our last administration then?
Real GDP growth, real median wage growth, unemployment, inflation, real domestic manufacturing investment.
Are you saying that inflation was better under Biden, or are you going to say that that was because of Trump's policies that was set forth before Biden, and then he had to deal with it? Is that what you're saying?
Wait, say that one more time.
Are you saying that the reason for inflation that was better under Biden is because of the policies that Trump set forth before Biden?
No, I didn't say that. Inflation happened under Biden's administration because of the fact that there's supply chain effects that were negatively impacted because of COVID.
Okay.
That's the main explanation.
For inflation now.
No, we were talking about inflation under Biden's admin. Inflation now is due to the Iran war and Trump's tariffs.
Do you believe that we should set any boots in Iran?
No.
You know, that's actually something now that I can agree with you on, Parker.
Okay. Do you think that there shouldn't have been any war with Iran in the first place?
I don't think that Iran should have had any nuclear missiles.
Yeah, Trump got them closer to a nuclear weapon.
When?
Yeah, he pulled out of the JCPOA, the Iran nuclear deal.
Okay.
Yeah, that capped their level of enrichment of uranium at 3.67%, which Trump pulled out in 2018, which they then enriched their uranium up to 60%, which is closer to the 90% required in order to weaponize it, which Trump then used as justification to strike them about over a year ago through Operation Midnight Hammer. And then he started the war with Iran at the end of February. So this was way later, way after Midnight Hammer. So we had already got rid of the nuclear threat, apparently. So why did we then need a war?
I think what it was, honestly, was probably influence from outside companies in order to do so, which doesn't, and I'm going to say this, it doesn't help my case whatsoever. But I think that's probably why, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay, wait, say that one more time. What is it?
I think it was because of outside influence from private companies in order to do so.
And how do you say that?
No. I'm saying it in a way that literally hurts me. Like, I don't think it was for any good reason.
Okay. So then you disagree with the war with Iran?
I don't think that we should put any boots on the ground in Iran. And if there does, then I don't think that we should keep the current person in administration. But we haven't done that.
Okay. What happened to the negotiations, and how do you feel about the Strait of Hormuz being officially closed?
When was it officially closed?
They just said recently. It was the past few days here.
Is there any official?
They said it was technically open before, but it was pretty much closed before. But it's officially closed right now.
For me, I would want to look at officially when that was closed. I just want to I'm not trying to I'd say shit on you because I'm not what I'm trying to do, but I would want to see actual documentation, and okay. I'll look at that. I'll look for that.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Is there anybody you're looking at now who you think would be a better candidate for president instead of, let's say, J.D. Vance or anybody like that?
Well, any Democrat I think is preferable to...
now, why?
Why? because
Yeah.
their policies are significantly better because they weren't a part of an administration that actively tried to undermine our democracy, the rule of law, due process rights, violate every single one of their core fundamental principles of what they ran on in the first place, prevent the release of the Epstein files. Like, I mean, I can point to countless things that J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio will be tied to because of their involvement with the Trump administration.
Now, okay, let's focus on JD Vance. What do you think would tie him to anything? Now, okay, here's what I'm going to ask. Anything the Epstein files, is there anything that ties JD Vance to that?
Is there anything that
If you
ties
say
him?
yes, you are wrong.
Well, the fact that he's on the Trump administration defending them, even though they've prevented the release of the Epstein files.
But is he on there at all?
Well, he's not in the Epstein files himself.
Okay. Well, I think JD Vance would be a good candidate for president next, and I'm only saying that
Why?
because personally, even if Trump had another term, I don't think Trump should be president again.
Okay. So then you wouldn't vote for him if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump.
I would vote for him in that case because I don't want Harris to be president.
Okay. So how about this? You said you'd vote for Vance over Harris, for example?
Yes.
Okay. Can you name one thing that J.D. Vance has done as vice president that you like?
Is there anything that you don't like about what he's done?
Can you answer my question first?
Well, I just want to hear what you have to say. What I
And
would
I will
say
answer right after you answer.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. I would say, and this is going to sound like all of your followers are going to say, "Oh, this is a blah blah blah," but I would say because of his dedication to the Marines is just one of the reasons on why I would like him to be president.
Yeah, but what has he done as vice president that you like?
Now, I don't know this for a fact, but there might be some reclaimed water use legislature that he had been helping with recently.
So nothing that he's done. Just that something he might have been helping with? It sounds like a lot of nothing. Right.
Okay.
Because like genuinely, I don't think he's really done much.
Well,
he was the tie-breaking vote to the big beautiful bill. Right? That was horrible. The big beautiful bill adds $3.4 trillion to the debt. It cuts 420,000 kids off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month. 2.5 million people have their access to food stamps on average every single month, which most of the beneficiaries of food stamps are children, along with the fact that it cut over 10 million people off their access to health insurance. Most of the tax breaks in the bill go to the richest Americans. Like, that bill sounds horrible.
can you kind of tell me a little bit more about the food stamps within that big beautiful bill?
Yeah, like it cut access to them. Like, what would you like to know?
Just give me a brief synopsis on it.
On like what the cut was?
Yeah.
They extended the work requirement to then make less people qualify.
Now, what was the work requirement?
They extended it to 80 hours a month.
So, a full-time position.
80 hours a month is a part-time position.
Or a part-time position.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think people in this country can't work part-time?
I think people generally can, but in some situations, it's not able to be done for many people because of the fact that they are disabled and they haven't yet qualified for disability. Also, the main beneficiaries of food stamps are children. So regardless of whether the parents make a decision that's good or bad, the kid should be fed, right?
So the parent isn't working at least part-time hours, which and a biweekly paycheck would be at least 20 hours a week, then they can't do that.
Then they don't get food stamps to feed their kids.
I kind of find that a little outrageous how people can't work that much. Now, aside for disability, now for that
Yeah, but you understand that it will impact people who are disabled, who haven't yet qualified for disability, because it takes long to go through the process to get qualified.
how long is that process?
For many people, it takes several years.
Now, what's the average?
The average,
Because you said for many people.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the average is well over a year. I think it's 1 to 3 years average last time I checked.
Yeah. Well, I think that for the people who aren't disabled now, I personally would maybe look into some reform for this for disability. Because me personally, as a human, I don't think that's right for the disability aspect. But I mean, how many people try to claim disability a year for food stamps?
How many people have? Wait, you said how many people? What? Sorry, say it one more time.
How many people have applied for food stamps that have a disability like a year?
I would have to look up the number. I don't know. Does that matter?
No. I guess
The point is that they should be able to get access to it. Like, do you agree? Like, they should not be cut off.
Who shouldn't be cut off?
People who are going through the process of trying to apply for disability that haven't yet been approved through the process completely.
I think if there is within a reasonable doubt for people who are trying to get disability, then no.
Yeah, well, I'm reading something right now. It says many claimants wait 1 to 3 years or more from their initial application to approval.
Well, yeah. I think at some point there needs to be the reform a policy for actually getting on disability rather than
we can do that as
giving
well,
people
but
food.
you can't just cut people off food stamps in the meantime without that existing.
No. I'm saying the people who are already on food stamps could potentially stay, but there might be, if the reform happens, then you could be potentially cut off.
Okay, but like that's not even what's being advocated for, so I don't know how you're gonna get past that, but sure, I mean, if you want to reform the process so that specifically people who are disabled are helped out, even considering you want to make this change, that still is significantly farther away from now than what you'd be able to provide. The Republicans haven't even advocated for that, so you'd have to start a movement within the Republican Party to advocate for that.
All right.
So okay, given all of these things, what makes you still support Trump?
Well, I guess my most basic answer would be that I feel like there is, now this isn't specifically just for Trump. There's a lot of people within the party for Trump that I feel like there is a lot of flack and angst against um, patriotism that he has been able to fight off and bring back. And that's one of the best things that I feel is good for this country. The fact that
I think he makes his country less patriotic because he makes his country look worse on a world stage. So I think he tries to utilize patriotism in order to be able to achieve his goals, but he's not benefiting patriotism.
I think people that are coming from overseas to see the World Cup in the U.S. and the amount of videos that have been posted for the people who aren't citizens of this country and being able to say that, wow, this country is nothing of what I thought it was because of social media, I think that is something to be really be spoken for. Like, and I'm just saying that, like, I mean, UFC 250 or, you know, anything like that that brings back patriotism is something that I personally am very in favor of. And I guess
I just don't know how that causes patriotism.
Hold on, Parker, hold on. If you could be Republican or Democratic or Independent, Green, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you could bring that back to America, then yeah, I'm down.
I mean, you don't think that Democrats are patriots? He has called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, that is fundamentally against being patriotic. Right? He called for the execution of some Democrats because they said to follow the law and to not follow unlawful orders. That's fundamentally anti-American.
Hold on. Did you just say the execution?
Yes.
The execution.
The execution. Yes.
Are you 100% sure you have these words
100% right? Certain. I can show you the tweet he posted to his own social media account calling for the hanging of 6 Democratic veterans in Congress who literally just said to service members and people who are intelligence officers that if they're given an unlawful order, they shouldn't follow it, and to remember their oath to the Constitution that tells them they should refuse unlawful orders.
Refuse unlawful orders.
That's it. That's all they said to do, which Trump said was seditious behavior, which it's not. He said it was actions from traitors. He said it was punishable by death. And then he reposted someone saying, hang them, George Washington would. That's anti-American. That's fundamentally against free speech.
Gotcha.
Especially the president of the United States to be arguing and saying that against his political opposition. Now, I think this was him trying to normalize the idea that people had on January 6th where they were calling for the hanging of Mike Pence. Because Mike Pence did this. He said you should not follow unlawful orders because he was given an unlawful order on January 6th to certify false slates of electors, and he didn't do it because he puts the Constitution over Trump every time. So I think he was trying to normalize the idea that, you know, people believe we should hang Mike Pence, right, on January 6th. So I believe it's sarcastic terrorism.
Okay, well, anybody in the chat right now, send me any verification of what he said. I do have to go, but it was very nice talking to you, and thank you for explaining your side, and I do appreciate it.
Alrighty, appreciate you coming up.
Yep.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Narco, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. As well as Zach, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Is that unfair? I mean, I would argue there is an unfair basis to it because people who are not under VA specifically should also get very much better treatment. That also could just be the averages. I'd have to look at the specifics on that. Earl, thank you so much for the Stingray. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
Oh, Charlie Kirk.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Capital One has a rewards credit card that's
hello?
for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn.
Yo, Texas City, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Thank you very much. As well as Aaron, thank you for the $3 as well. Thank you. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
What's your birth year?
2008.
Okay, what month were you born?
May.
If the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because why did you and Dean cry when Charlie Kirk died? You guys are performative pieces of shit. Like, genuinely. You guys do nothing for Democrats. Y'all are fucking weird. And no, I do not support Trump. Y'all are just weird. Bro, playing Roblox. Of course I'm playing Roblox. Why aren't you? Dumbass
Hey,
bitch.
Jacob, I was there.
Yeah.
And I thought
You
it
were
was
there?
a school shooting.
Okay. I mean, I get
So
you.
I
but
was
don't
I was
understand
in
why
that. The reason why I was in that scenario is because I literally was traumatized due to the event, and I thought that was possible that I could have died that day. And the first person I called was my mom. She didn't answer. Second, or actually, was my girlfriend. She didn't answer because she was at work. Then I called my mom. She didn't answer because she was busy. And then I called Dean, and he answered. That was the first person that answered me. So he heard me running away, thinking it's a school shooting.
Okay, I just don't understand why Dean would cry over that, though.
I just told you. Did you listen?
Oh,
And honestly, just
yeah,
to be
I
honest
did.
with you, you're the one who sounds like the individual with an issue or with a problem, not us. Okay, and also you got a
Okay.
harassment and bullying violation anyway, so I have to go on to the next person. Yo, it's about you.
Fuck Mecca.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, it's about you. How old are you?
41 years old.
And do you support Trump?
41? Yes.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Now, Harris.
Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Boosted, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Lisa, thank you for the $5. I try my hardest. Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody.
Hey, what's
as well
up?
as Ash, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18, February
support Trump?
2008. Yes.
What's your birth year?
2008.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Based off going on things from the past, have you heard of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act?
Yeah, of course.
I think that was a very good thing that he did. It slashed the tax rate from 35% down to 21%.
That was for corporate
Right.
taxes, so it's only for specific types of corporations, not all corporations. Along with the fact that it increased the corporate tax rate for C corps that make under 50 grand a year, because all the income under 50 grand a year would be taxed at a 6% higher rate.
It increased the child tax credit, allowing many middle-class families to keep more of their paychecks.
Yeah, Kamala Harris advocated to expand the child tax credit to a significantly higher extent. Instead of $2,000 a year, she wanted $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 to them being 5 years old, $3,000 to them being 18.
Okay. Well, the U.S. did achieve like a record of domestic oil and natural gas production, turning the country into a net exporter of energy. Reading from the White House website right now.
Yeah, I know that's a partisan website that's not actually saying what they did that would have caused this.
Okay.
And also, by the way, let's just clarify. That was a trend that existed prior to the Trump administration and one that continued after Trump's administration.
Well, it also got boosted during Trump's administration, which reached that record.
Yeah, but
high.
what did Trump do to cause that?
I'd have to read more of this. Do you want me to read it or no?
Go ahead. Did you look up AI or something?
No, I've actually been just reading in on this stuff because I debated you a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to.
Okay.
You
Since you did debate me recently, I'm going to go on to the next person. I do recommend keep looking at the research and doing the research and come back in a few weeks.
Okay, have a nice day.
You as well. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Mr. Flinch, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, though, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane that the party of quote-unquote law and order voted for the convicted felon over the former prosecutor. That's fucked, isn't it? I would have never expected that. That's ridiculous. You told me that fucking 10 years ago, bro. Jesus Christ. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Earl, think of the Sky Eagle. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
75.
Shovel, thank you very much for the $20. Thank you very much. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Do
Hello, I'm 18.
you support Trump?
August 9th. Yeah, I do.
What's your birth year?
August 9th, 2007.
I don't know. I feel like I just don't believe you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, Charlie Kirk. Woo!
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, hello.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I would vote for Trump.
Okay, and what's your birth year?
2008.
And what month are you born?
July.
Okay. What day?
1st.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Perfect. So the leading cause, like, I support Trump is because I feel like in generality, men, like, men are better leading than women, I feel, and I think in 2025.
What makes you think that?
Well, mostly because, like, all of our American presidents, they have all been male, and I feel like that has something to do with it, and just
okay,
stuff
but
like that.
you can't say the same thing for other countries around the world. So if you're living in a different country, would you think differently?
Well, first of all, I don't know.
Like, for example, if you lived in Germany, would you say the same thing? Because they haven't had a chancellor that was a woman.
Well, yeah, I would say the same thing, but in America, we're just focusing on America.
So you would say the same thing.
Like,
So just
yeah, I
because
would.
the leaders historically have been men does not mean men are better leaders. That's called the naturalistic fallacy. So what quality do men have that causes them to be better leaders?
What quality do men? Well, their ability, I feel like their ability to handle pressure and just like. Well, first of all, I feel like that
Ability
like,
to handle pressure. What evidence do you have that men handle pressure better than women?
Well, it's like specifically in Donald Trump, like I feel like since he's been president already, I feel like he's improved, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so you would vote for Joe Biden over JD Vance, right?
JD Vance. Well, I don't know about JD Vance a lot, but yes, generally.
Yeah, you
speaking-
would. You'd vote for Joe Biden over JD Vance.
Well, I don't. Well, not. Well, is JD Vance running for president in 2028?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I have to look more into him more. But like, if like I don't know JD Vance and his policies yet, I would probably vote for Joe Biden.
What state do you live in?
Michigan.
Michigan. What time is it?
10:31 p.m.
Okay, and can you name 4 cities in Michigan?
Bay Cliff, Flynn, Detroit, and Seacliff.
Okay, can you name 3 states that border Michigan?
Ohio, Illinois, and only in Illinois and Ohio border, and Ontario if you're speaking like tunnels.
It's not a state.
What do you mean?
What about Wisconsin?
Oh, state? Yeah, Ohio and Illinois.
What about Wisconsin?
And Wisconsin too, but those are the only if Wisconsin does border.
You don't know if Wisconsin borders Michigan?
Well, I do know that. Well, Illinois and Ohio they border Michigan, right?
What about Indiana?
Indiana, I don't know. But at the time
And
in
also,
Michigan, it's the
Can you,
time
can
in
you
Michigan.
tell me
is
where, like, northwest, southwest, east, right, or west, for example, like, where is Illinois compared to Michigan?
Where is Illinois?
Yeah, like,
compared-
where are they touching borders?
Yeah, so I live in Detroit, so north, east, south. It's
northeast is where Michigan is going to
Never
border
east,
Illinois.
No, it's south. It's south. Never east, salty. It's south. No, never east. Southwest.
Southwest. And so you mean in the middle of Lake Michigan?
Yeah, it's borders. Illinois borders Lake Michigan.
Yeah, so like you just said that Illinois borders Michigan, but it's in the middle of Lake Michigan. Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, I live in
Interesting.
Detroit. It's 10:33 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can we continue?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
And another reason I support him is I think in 2025.
I just can't fathom a Trump supporter from the U.S. saying that they would rather vote for Joe Biden over J.D. Vance.
Well,
I just genuinely can't fathom that.
We don't know much about J.D. Vance, neither do I. But anyways.
So after all you guys said about Joe Biden.
Joe Biden wasn't a bad guy, but I just need to know more about J.D. Vance, and that's all. But can we continue?
Okay, alrighty, yeah, go ahead.
And also in 2025.
Wait, so who would you rather vote for, Kamala Harris or J.D. Vance?
J.D. Vance.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm conservative. That's why.
Okay. So why would you vote for the guy?
Why would I vote for the guy? Because it's a conservative view.
It's a what conservative views?
Because J.D. Vance is conservative, is he?
So then why wouldn't you vote for J.D. Vance over Joe Biden?
What? Because no, I didn't. Wait, did I say that?
Yeah, you said that you would vote for Joe Biden over J.D. Vance.
Joe Biden over Well, because I don't know about J.D. Vance yet. I don't know a lot about him, so that's why
I can't make sense of what the fuck this guy's saying. I'm gonna go to the next person. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 51.
And do you support Trump?
Well, yeah, I support the Republican Party, so I guess I support Trump.
Okay, why so? Why do you support Republicans?
So, I came to this country, a little background. I'm from a Soviet Union background. I'm also a Jew, and I can't support a party that says death to Israel, death to America, you know.
But wait, so let me just clarify. You think the entire Democratic Party says death to America and death to Israel?
Not the entire Democratic Party, but the people who are on the left say that. You don't hear any other Democrats condemning them for saying that.
Well, I mean, so specifically,
Other than John Fetterman, one guy, maybe two guys. That's it.
Okay, so can you name one Democrat in Congress that has said death to America?
Death. I don't know if one Democrat in Congress says that. I'm not saying that.
So what? You're saying random leftists online? What about Nazis?
No, I'm saying
you guys are you know that you have Nazis on your side, right? Like, do you want me to brand the entire right wing in the Republican Party as Nazis?
How many Nazis are there?
Oh, now we're asking about how many How many people who have that view, death to America, hold political office in America?
No, okay.
So then what the fuck are you
I'm
talking
saying
about?
is
You're talking about comments. What
you
percent?
don't.
I could
You
ask the same
don't.
question.
You're saying there were no
What percent
unrest
of
on
Democrats
college
agree with this
campuses?
take death to America? What do you think the answer to that question is going to be? What percent? It's going to be fucking like 0, dude.
0. So there's
Democrats are
no.
not advocating for death to America. What the fuck are you talking about?
Are they advocating for death to Israel? Do they? Are there?
No, I don't even think that
waving
I don't
American
even think
flags
that the
at
Democrats are
college
advocating
campus?
for that either.
Really? I don't know. I see a lot of since the January.
And can I
October
just tell you
7th
something?
thing.
You can condemn what the state of Israel is doing and also be Jewish. You know that, right?
Of course, but
Okay.
as a Jew, I guess I'm a Zionist then because I, support Israel's right to exist.
Why do you think states have rights to exist? People have rights to exist, not states. I don't know what the fuck that means. And when we
do you
talk
mean
about this
states?
within the context of typical conversation, that's just advocating for a Jewish ethno-state. It's not just an existence of a country. It's specifically in the context of it being an ethno-state that people are referencing. As a Jewish state, not just as a state, as a Jewish state is what they're advocating for. Because when Mamdani says, oh yeah, Israel can exist so long as it's a state with equal rights, right? Then you hear them be like, oh, that's not answering the question.
Okay.
You're
I
still
don't know.
anti-Semitic. Like, when
Mamdani was saying, what was that intifada, and then somebody asked him, would you, condemn? Would you, when you said that globalize the intifada, would you take that back? And he just danced around it. Mamdani does not support Israel, bro. Come
I
on,
never
you
said
need-
Mamdani does. Because the current state of Israel is an ethno-supremacist state
Do you think
that's
people
currently
like
running on
Mamdani
apartheid and committing a
should be-
genocide.
Do you think who's committing a genocide?
Israel.
Committing a genocide?
Yes.
How many people have they killed?
So I think that there's countless individuals that are underneath the rubble, but the estimates have around 70,000 Palestinians, right? And that's just categorizing people that have been accounted for.
Okay, you're a smart person, right? You don't
Yes.
think Israel is the only country that's committing atrocities that could be considered called the
No, I
genocide?
don't think Israel's the only country committing
But
atrocities.
why is Israel on everybody's lips?
You brought it
around
up, sir.
every college campus. Why aren't there protests for Russia to stop killing people in Ukraine?
There is.
Why aren't there protests?
There literally is.
Literally, right. Unfortunately, I
And
don't see
also,
those.
like,
Why are
maybe
there any
because the
protests
current,
against
maybe
people-
because, like, when people are protesting, they're protesting how the current government is acting. If the government is acting in defense of Ukraine, maybe there can be less protests like that, specifically about Ukraine. Why? Because the U.S. government's already on a platform of defending Ukraine. So you have to understand, like, if that weren't happening, then yeah, there would be more protests. You have to understand the use and the basis for why these protests exist. Is they're trying to change the policies enacted by the government.
That's fantastic. Why are there nobody protesting the genocide in Nigeria?
Do you not think that there were a bunch of people on social media that were talking about
social
this? And
media-
by the way, I just want to be clear. I don't
Social
think that there's
media,
a genocide
maybe.
against Christians in Nigeria.
You don't think?
There's no evidence of it.
Oh, there's no evidence. Okay, so nobody's killing Christians in Nigeria. Maybe
No, there are
maybe
Christians
it's right-wing
dying in
propaganda.
Nigeria, but there's no evidence specifically that it's targeted as a special intent to destroy or unalive Christians specifically. Don't Muslims die at a higher rate?
Don't who?
Muslims die at a higher rate within Nigeria?
They die at a higher rate than Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Nigerians?
there's a majority of the people who've been killed are Muslim.
In Nigeria?
Yeah.
I don't know if Boko Haram are dying at a higher rate than Christians in Nigeria.
Okay, well, I mean, we can go look at that
but
later. I have
can
no
I-
issue
can
with
I-
acknowledging any genocide that exists, but you just need evidence, right?
Can
And
I
I'm
ask you a
saying that there is
question?
evidence of Israel committing a genocide.
I don't know if that's a genocide.
It
They're doing a
absolutely
pretty
is.
good job then.
Why do they
committing a
purposely
genocide.
prevent food from going into Gaza?
according to what source? The Hamas news network?
No, according to the UN.
UN. Very, very credible UN.
Oh, what's not credible about the UN?
See, we can debate Israel right or wrong.
What is not credible about the UN?
UN, I don't trust them. I don't know.
Why not?
Everything they talk about is just everything's against the Israel.
No, not everything the UN does is against Israel.
Sure. How come they don't talk about 500,000 died in Sudan in the last 5-10 years? The war in Syria, 300,000.
You know that the Biden administration actually acknowledged that, right?
Good if they acknowledge that. But
okay,
nothing has been done.
Wait.
But I don't think we should do anything.
And also, like, what is causing there to be a prevention specifically is these countries' relations with the UAE, which is also something I disagree with. The UAE is funding, right, specifically a bunch of the groups going in and slaughtering innocent people in Sudan.
Right. Just like they're funding Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis who are trying to
the
kill
UAE? Or do you mean Iran?
United Arab. Are you talking United Arab Emirates?
You think that UAE is funding Hamas?
Yeah, inadvertently. They're all.
What was your source for that one? Because I haven't heard this yet.
What is my source for that one?
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious.
I think the Muslims, they stick together. Every Muslim nation wants to destroy the little country.
So you think Saudi Arabia and Iran are on the same side?
No, I don't think they're on the same side. But they're
They're both Muslim.
Yeah, but one's Sunni, one's Shiite. So.
Oh, okay. So now not all Muslims are on the same side.
Well, when they don't have the Israel to deal with, they got other issues to deal with. So they got their own.
You just got a bunch of bullshit here.
I just get a what?
You got a bunch of bullshit here.
Oh, that was the thing that you raised up?
Yeah, it says trust me, bro.
Oh,
yeah, so it's like
okay.
It's essentially saying you have no basis for your position.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
You're a smart guy. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
24.
24, okay. Would you ever vote for a Republican candidate?
Would I ever vote for a Republican if they're the preferable candidate? But they're not. So, within reality, no. But is it possible? Yes.
But how can you say they're not going to be a preferable candidate? You're only 24 years old. It might be at some point somebody comes along that you would actually agree with their views that would make.
That's why I said it's possible, but it's most likely that's not the case, especially because I'm a progressive liberal.
Progressive liberal. So, can men get pregnant?
Trans men can.
Okay. No. Can men get pregnant?
Trans men are men.
What is it?
Not all men can, but trans men can.
See, that's where we differ. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm too old. Maybe since you're progressive, maybe
Nothing about what I said there is incorrect. It's just the way that I'm using the term.
Nothing but what you said about trans men is incorrect.
Yeah.
But do we believe in science?
Yes.
So
nothing I said there denies science. Do you believe in science?
Yeah. So
why do you support an administration, Trump specifically, who says that windmills are causing whales to die, numbers never seen before, who said we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19, who said that he drinks Diet Coke because he thinks it kills cancer because it kills grass. Why do you support a guy that denied the effectiveness of Tylenol usage during pregnancy, said that it causes autism when there was a Swedish study that indicated no sufficient evidence to indicate that it causes autism? Or him saying that the climate's going to start cooling and science just doesn't know it yet?
The what is cooling? I'm sorry?
Yeah, he said the climate's going to start cooling and science just doesn't know it yet. He thinks climate change is a hoax.
Climate change is a hoax. And what do liberals believe as climate changes?
It's caused by humans. We believe in the scientific consensus of 99% of climate scientists around the globe that believe that climate change is caused by humans.
That could be true, but how do you fix that? You can't fix that. And why is it 99%?
But you can, and also he denies the existence of it. So that's denying science, sir. When I talk about science denial, that's your side, not mine.
Why is it 99%? Do 99% of scientists agree on gravity, or is it 100%?
I would assume that's 100%.
100%. So there's 99% that believe in what you say.
And this is climate scientists specifically.
Oh, climate science. So there could be just activists and say anything
Nope,
to get
these are
grants,
climate
but they-
scientists.
Okay. Climate change, not my thing.
Okay, but this is
because-
science, so regardless of whether
That's-
it's your thing or not your thing,
Oh,
it's science, sir.
And it's still gonna be.
You
Climate
just
change
tried to
still
act
gonna
like
be
my
100
side was
years from now.
anti-science. Look at yourself.
No,
Do you think the COVID vaccines were safe and effective?
No.
Yeah, you're anti-science. So stop sitting there acting like you guys are pro-science and we're anti-science. We are the ones that believe in science. You guys don't, okay? Nothing I said denies science. Everything
isn't it
I've
true-
said is completely 100% totally logically consistent with science.
Isn't it true that for a vaccine, it takes like 10 years to actually know if it's good or not? You know,
No.
if it's good, it's 10 years. 10 years.
No, it does not take 10 years.
So, but you switched my topic. I was talking about that men cannot get pregnant. You saying
Yeah, because you tried to say that I'm anti-science. I said, one, it's not denying science, and two, you deny science yourself. You don't even believe the COVID vaccines are safe and effective. You're embarrassing yourself right now. You don't believe in science.
I didn't take a COVID vaccine.
Yeah, because you don't believe in science.
No. Why would I take?
Yes.
Why would I take a vaccine?
Because
that-
you fucking believe in science. Why would I wear a seatbelt? I could still get injured if I get in a car. Why would I brush my teeth? I can still get cavities if I brush my teeth. Why should I floss? I can still get cavities if I floss.
But I should take a shot when somebody tells me, if you don't take a shot, you're gonna die. Oh, look at that, I'm still alive.
No, it's that you're going to be more likely to get it, more likely to transmit it to other people, more likely to get more sick from it, more likely to be hospitalized, more likely to die. So you should take the vaccine to reduce the likelihood of those things happening. And also, regardless of whether you take the vaccine or not, it is safe and effective. Just because you were too lazy to go take it doesn't mean it's not.
No, it's not that I'm too lazy, but I should
You
make a decision
absolutely
for
are just
myself,
too lazy. You're too lazy to do the research. You're too lazy to get off your fucking ass and go literally get the fucking vaccine. Absolutely. What are you talking about?
No, I don't agree with it.
Yes. Go do the research. That's what you're too lazy to do mainly.
So what else? So you wouldn't vote for a well, you say you possibly would vote for a Republican. If you had a Republican that would agree about climate change, that would agree about the science that you agree with, right? You would vote for that person if they ran a Republican ticket.
It depends who they're running against and what their other positions are.
I mean, you don't want to say yes and you don't want to say no.
Just about their positions, their views, or anything. Just the party that they're attached to. Nothing changes about the party in of itself or anything. Right? Like the Republican Party is just the Democratic Party and the Democratic Party is just the Republican Party. I would vote for Kamala Harris, the Republican. Why? Because I care about the ideology, the character, right? What they're going to do for the country. That's what I care about, not just the political party that's attached to them.
So I think there should be, which probably will never happen in my lifetime, maybe in yours, that there would be another party that's not Democrat, that's not Republican. Because I think the Democrat hijacked half of America, Republicans hijacked another half of America. And the country is divided that way. Because the country I came from, coming to this country and seeing what this country does for people and the opportunity it gives people, this is the greatest country in the world by far.
Based in what metric?
Based on what metric? Based on freedom of speech, freedom of religion.
Trump's undermined both of those things.
Of course.
Yeah, he's undermined
Trump
freedom of
undermines
speech
it.
specifically by trying to literally pass an executive order to remove legal permanent residents from the country for engaging in pro-Palestinian advocacy, which a federal court determined was in violation of Mahmoud Khalil's First Amendment rights. I can also point to the fact that he wanted to pass an executive order to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag, which the Supreme Court has identified as symbolic speech protected by the First Amendment. He's also called for the end of freedom of religion by calling for the ban of all Muslims entering the country. That's not pro-freedom of religion.
Well, I see. I agree with the pro anti-Muslim thing. If I was the,
So then you're not for freedom of religion.
I am, but Islam.
I am, but
is
not this religion.
Islam. It means to submit. Translation is submit. Islam only follows one thing.
Yeah, but
It does not
Islam's
follow
about
the
submitting to
Constitution.
Allah.
Only Quran.
Wait,
They
so
don't-
it's about
they don't care
submission
about
to
your
Allah.
values.
You have to
They
you have to
don't-
acknowledge
they don't
that.
care
I don't know
about
what
my
else you're gonna say.
values.
Submit, like what?
They don't care
You
about.
do that. You do that too as a
Democrat
Christian. Are you
values,
Christian?
Republican. No, I told you I'm a Jew,
Okay, so that you do that as someone who's Jewish as well.
but I'm not practicing Jew. I'm a. I mean, I eat pork.
So are
know,
you
I
just
don't-
against religion?
I think.
Because I'm an agnostic atheist, but I believe that there should be freedom of religion.
Yeah, I think religion is was made up to keep masses in line. However, I think if you're gonna choose lesser evil, I would. Islam is not the way to go.
If you want to choose the lesser evil, you wouldn't support Trump. And also, by the way, that's not a justification to ban Muslims from entering the country. Because based upon that argument, I could ban all MAGA from coming to the country.
Of course.
But yeah, we should do that. We should deport all MAGA, ban all MAGA from the country. No more MAGA. We don't want it anymore, actually. Get rid of all the MAGA. Okay. Since we're just deporting people and getting rid of them for having specific ideological opinions, get rid of all the MAGA, actually, okay?
If the Democrats had an ability to do so, they would do it.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No, we wouldn't. That's absurd.
Absolutely would.
Dude,
Can
that
I-
is
can
absurd.
I-
We don't want to
can
just...
I-
That's against freedom of speech, sir.
Okay. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
How many is Muslims are now in the Senate or in the Congress?
I don't fucking know.
Approximately, there may be like 10 right now, 5 or 10.
I don't know.
Right, like Ilhan Omar, Talib. There's others, right? There's like maybe 5, 6, 7.
Okay,
In 10 years, it'll double, it'll triple. In 20 years, it's gonna be more. In 30 years, it's gonna. Why you don't think that's possible?
Do you think that Muslims will be a majority of the country?
They're not gonna be a majority. They don't have to be a majority. But you support LGBT?
Yes.
Do you think they're a little hypocrite, LGBT?
Do I think what?
They're a little hypocritical now.
Who?
The LGBT community.
No. Why would you
Do you
say that the
remember-
entire community is hypocritical?
Do you remember the case when I think it was after COVID in Colorado? There was a bakery. And
Wait,
they were a Christian bakery, and they wouldn't bake a cake for a gay wedding. Yes, I don't know if you remember that. And then
I sure.
They got they got threats. They got protests by their business, their family, by their house.
Yeah, and that just happened
LGBTQ
recently too.
community-
Did you know that Hive Bakery specifically, actually run by a person who is on the Necessary Conversation? I've talked to her, Haley. She's amazing. She posted a video about how she's not serving things for July 4th, right? Because she doesn't feel like patriotic due to the fact that the Trump administration is undermining this country, right? And she's been getting responses from people on the internet for so long. She's been getting death threats. She's been getting people just calling in and harassing her. She's getting all the things you just associated specifically with that one Christian cake place,
but
right?
you
And
didn't
that's
do that
literally
with
just
Kennedy.
for saying that she didn't want to provide stuff for July 4th because she disagrees with the Trump administration.
you
And
didn't
W.
let me
Haley for that. We love that, and I'm so happy to see that people are seeing this information and that it was reported on by Aaron Parnas. It was
Okay.
it was
But you didn't
everywhere.
let me finish. You didn't let me finish. When I'm just using that one case to get to my next point. when the mayor of Dearborn, Michigan, and the mayor of Hamstram took the pride flags down from the council building, and when they said that there's not going to be any gay pride parades because their only pride is to Allah, why isn't LGBTQ protesting that? Why not?
I would protest that.
And why aren't they?
The people in the LGBTQ plus community absolutely are.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen any protests in Dearborn, Michigan, or in Hamstram, Michigan. When are we going?
Okay,
When are we going? 'Cause I like
like,
debates. When are we going?
do you think
When
I
are we
fly
gonna go
out to? You think I fly out to other states to protest in person?
Not you personally, but people do come to different states.
There
to protest.
absolutely have been protests. What are you talking about?
No, I have not seen
And
one
also,
protest.
and also, dude, just because you didn't hear about them doesn't change anything.
Right. They don't protest because
Where do you
they
see
don't wanna
conservatives
see-
protesting?
When do I what?
Where do you see conservatives protesting?
Where?
Yeah.
I don't see conservatives protesting. They
Yeah,
should
so
do
then,
more
like, does that mean conservatives don't exist, for example? Or
they do.
conservatives are hypocritical because,
Yeah. But I,
like,
but
well,
I
that makes,
see a
I
lot
don't
of-
know what you're arguing.
I see a lot of protests in a lot of college campuses, and I'm protesting waving the Free Palestine and all the other flags.
Based, by the way. Free Palestine.
Based. Do you if let me ask you this:
Do
if
you
I
believe
wave
in a
an
free
American-
Palestine?
Do I what?
Do you believe in a free Palestine?
From Hamas, yes.
You can't say from the IOF, the Israeli Offensive Forces?
It's IDF, Israeli Defensive Forces.
No, it's the IOF, the Israeli Offensive Forces. Or, I mean, if you want to call it the IDF, the Israeli Demonic Forces, I'm cool with that one as well.
Demonic. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you
Either one,
clearly-
you pick. Either Israeli Offensive Forces or Israeli Demonic Forces. I'm down with either or.
Well, see, the problem is, no matter what Israel does, no matter what Jews do, people will always say, Jews are bad. And
I don't think Jewish people are bad. I think that the state of Israel is engaging in bad behaviors and horrible things, but that does not mean that that's applicable, right, to people who are Jewish. You can be Jewish and anti-Zionist.
No, you can't. Are
Yes,
you
you
saying?
can.
Okay, if you believe the state of Israel should exist, you're a Zionist. Okay.
Well, you can believe that the state of Israel should exist, but as a state with equal rights where Palestinians are recognized equally, right? Which, by the way, does not exist currently, as it's a Jewish ethno-state, where, by the way, currently there are terrorist organizations operating within the context of the West Bank, which, by the way, just detained a U.S. congressional representative. Terrorist forces within the West Bank, specifically those that are Israeli settlers. By the way, they're defined by terrorist organizations, by the United States even. They literally held, at gunpoint, Ro Khanna in detention.
Ro Khanna. Wow, yeah, Ro Khanna. Just like he was in detention, was he there with Greta Thunberg in detention?
No, and I bet you would have justified that, what Ben Gvir did.
No, I don't, because none of the Ro
Did you
Khanna
see what
was
he
not
did?
held
Was
at
that, do you
gunpoint.
condemn that?
Who did? I'm sorry, go ahead.
The videos that Ben Gvir made specifically with all of the people who were protesting?
Please enlighten me. What videos did he
Yeah,
make?
you should go look at the videos where they specifically were doing all of these torturesque things to them. They're literally taking videos of them where they're forcing them to stare at the wall and be on the ground, all with God damn it! Why is this microphone cutting out?
Which people were they doing this to?
I just described they were doing this specifically to protesters.
Greta Thunberg?
Yeah, Greta Thunberg and all the other people that were protesting on the flotilla.
Flotilla. Nothing like that happened. Greta Thunberg.
What's up?
So you believe in the chant from the river to the sea?
That Palestine should be free? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so from the river to the sea means from the Jordanian River, right, to the Mediterranean Sea, and total annihilation of state of Israel. Is that what the chant means?
As a Jewish ethno-state.
What do you mean by ethno?
It means Jewish supremacy, right? That specifically it's going to have a majority Jewish population in order to be able to maintain Jewish control over that particular land. Majority Jewish
How
control.
many Jews live in Israel?
I think it's like something like 15, 20 million, something like that.
No, there's 15 million Jews in the world. Israel has maybe 5 million Jews and then 2 million Arabs. So there's about 7 million population in Israel.
Oh, it's 9.55 million.
9.55 million. Okay, 2 million of those. How many of those are Arab Muslims?
It's about 20% of the population.
20%. What's 20% of 9 million?
And not necessarily Muslim. They could be Christian or Muslim, etc.
But okay, Arabs. Talking about Arabs.
Make up 20%. You're not categorizing in the West Bank that's under Israeli occupation, where settlers are going in and stealing land from Palestinians.
Settlers are going and like the same. They're stealing land like in 2006 when Jews left Gaza, took their the dead and buried their dead. They took them and left Gaza to Gaza,
And then funded
Gaza.
Hamas to prop them up so that they could then limit the PA from establishing a secondary state of Palestine.
Israel funded Hamas?
Yes, they allowed Netanyahu specifically allowed for Qatari funds to go into Gaza specifically to fund Hamas, purposefully, because he wanted to create an opposition force to the PA, so that they couldn't establish a Palestinian state. That's explicitly what he said.
That's explicitly what he said.
Yeah, it's on the Israel Times.
Of course, Israel funded Hamas. Yes.
No, not that I never even said that they found. I just said that they were funding.
No, not founded. Funded.
Yeah, allowing for funding. Yeah.
No, I don't believe it.
So it's just a vibe. It's just a trust me, bro. After I gave you a source.
What source?
I just cited to you the Israel Times.
Israel Times. Every source you're quoting is from Hamas network, and the other.
The Israel Times is Hamas.
Israel Times.
Hamas controls the Israel Times. Really?
Do you think there is people?
No.
In
Answer that
Israel...
question. Do you think Hamas controls the Israel Times?
No. But do you think there are people
then
in Israel
shut the fuck up.
that undermine Netanyahu? Do you think there are people in Israel that would undermine Netanyahu?
Are there people in Israel that undermine Netanyahu? Yes.
Yes. So why would in Israel Times some writer write like a piece saying Netanyahu said that, whatever you said? Why would they?
Can you just like criticize the positions or like the article in of itself rather than just saying I'm not going to accept it because there are some people that are anti-Netanyahu within Israel?
But those people could be writing the article. It's like.
And why are you pro Netanyahu?
I'm not pro Netanyahu. I'm pro Israel, my man. I believe.
And so you're anti Netanyahu.
No, I'm not anti Netanyahu. I'm not pro Netanyahu.
So you're
Israel
like agnostic on Netanyahu. Like what?
No, I believe Israel as a country should exist. That's what I believe.
As a country or as a Jewish ethno-state?
No, as a Jewish state, ethno-state. There's 2 million Arabs living in. What is ethno-state?
Yeah, you want a Jewish. So, by the way, Jewish ethno-state means a majority Jewish population maintained purposefully in order to maintain Israeli domination of the land.
Israeli domination of the land. That's pretty good. I like talking to you, my man. You have good points, but I think you're misled a little bit.
What was I misled on?
Are you Jewish, by the way? Because you look a little Jewish.
I look Jewish? No, I'm not.
Could be. What's
if you count 1%.
Parker?
If you count 1%.
I mean, technically, everybody is a Jew because they're the oldest religion. So,
that's a ridiculous thing to argue. No, that's not true. But like, do you count 1%?
1% of if you're 1%.
Yeah, I'm
Jewish?
1% Jewish.
Oh well, yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I'm
for
like
sure. Count that. Yes, let's go.
I'm 50% black, so.
Hey,
you know.
Parker's now Jewish because he's 1% Jewish. Look at this.
Now you're a self-hating Jew.
I don't hate Jewish people.
You just said you went from the river to the sea. That means destruction
for
of Israel.
Palestine to be free.
from Hamas.
Yeah, asking for Palestinians to be free and saying Palestinians should be free is not saying that I hate Jewish people. Like, what?
All right, another topic, because we're not going to agree on the Israel, unless you want to move on. I don't know, maybe you're tired of me.
I mean, can you give me anything Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
But okay, when you ask me Trump, I'm supporting Trump because he's a Republican Party, right? The nominee of the Republican Party. So like I'm not, there's people who are very far left and very far right. I'm not, I'm like in the middle, but I'm leaning more right. I lean more right.
So
Like
is there anything Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
If there's is there anything that Trump would do that I would stop supporting him? I mean, give me an example. Like what?
Can you name anything specifically?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What do you mean specifically? Like what?
You can't name anything that Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him.
Okay, if Trump goes into a church or a mosque or a synagogue or a school or anything with a shotgun and starts shooting people, of course I would not support him.
What about if he bombs a school?
If he bombs a school, no, I would not support him.
Yeah, they did that in Iran. They bombed a girls' school in Iran.
Oh my God! Yes, another bomb schools. Sharon bomb a school. Did he bomb it or
they double tapped it?
They double tapped it because he said there's kids in that school. I want those kids dead. Let's bomb them.
I mean, I'm not sure if that was said or anything, but it's possible.
So Trump's the only president to ever bomb a country, right? And where there were casualties.
No.
Okay, thank you. So give me another example. Let's not. What else would? I mean, who do you?
How about if he's a violent sex offender?
Violent sex offender.
Yeah.
Then I would not support him.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will, which makes him a violent sex offender.
When did this? Like, is this the lady that says 40 years ago he?
Happened 1995, 1996, which is 30 years ago.
Is that, if I remember correctly, what the court said that it doesn't it was not actual rape, but it could have been a rape.
No, the court did say it was rape. Like, for example, the judge said that Donald Trump in fact raped E. Jean Carroll. It's just under civil law, it wasn't defined as rape under the civil law sense, which now it is, by the way, because in order for it to be defined as rape under a civil law sense, at that particular time, it had to be the use of a male member to forcefully penetrate a woman's vagina against her will, which she didn't know whether it was his fingers or his male member. So it wasn't designated as rape under the civil law, but it was designated as sexual abuse. But the point that I would say is that, and what the judge said as well, is that the colloquial usage of the term that we have of rape refers to any forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will as rape, regardless of whether or not it used a male member or not. So that's still going to be rape.
That's a little, I don't know. That's a more like he said, she said 40 years ago.
No, it's not.
Okay, you just said they said it wasn't rape, now it is rape, then it wasn't a rape, then it was rape. He didn't rape.
I'm sorry, there's no way you're this
member.
fucking stupid. I'm sorry, I just explained it to you.
No,
I did not say it is, it isn't, it is, it isn't. How fucking dishonest do you have to be to dismiss everything I just said without even listening to it?
First you said it wasn't civil rape, then it's a civil rape. Okay.
Hey dude, let me explain to you. Under civil law at that fucking time, it wasn't defined as rape legally, but it is in a colloquial sense, the typical way that we use the term. Okay, so legally it is defined now as rape, but at that time, when the liability case happened, it wasn't legally defined as it. Did you understand it this time? Did it make sense?
I understand you completely, my friend.
Okay, so are you gonna so don't purposefully and dishonestly do that ever again? That was fucking ridiculous. I just explained it to you. If you misunderstood, you can say it, but don't just do this full fucking shit of, oh, you said it was rape, you said it wasn't rape. No, I didn't. Listen to what I actually fucking say, dumbass.
Dumbass. Okay. Okay, smartass. When are we gonna arrest Trump for Epstein files? You ready to talk about that?
Yeah, when is the Trump administration going to release all of them? When is the Trump administration going to start arresting people for doing things that are literally child sex crimes? Yeah, explain to me, when is the Trump administration going to do that?
Probably the same time Biden's administration could have done that. But we're not
Well,
going to
there
do
wasn't
what-
an Epstein Files Transparency Act that was passed for them to be able to do so. There was under Trump's administration, though.
Okay, so you agree we should arrest Trump for Epstein files?
Yeah.
And then you'd be happy, and everybody would be happy on the left. You know what I think should be done? If you think Trump is guilty of that, and every name that was on Epstein files, not just Trump, but every other name. If you're gonna arrest Trump, you arrest everybody who is in that file. Everybody. If they're in the United States, you arrest everybody. If they're in a country that would extradite to the United States, everybody. And I'm talking about Trump.
Yes, anyone who's implicated
Clinton,
in the
Biden,
files
Obama,
should be arrested.
Hank, everybody. Yes?
Everybody who's implicated in the files should be arrested, absolutely.
So you agree that everybody should be arrested?
Who's
Not just
implicated in the
Trump.
files, yes.
Not just Trump. Everybody whose name is in the file.
Who's implicated?
Implicated. Okay. So Clintons are not implicated. Obama's not implicated.
Obama's not implicated, no. Where is Obama implicated?
Is Obama's name not in the Epstein files?
No.
I wonder if pictures of Obama and with Tom Hanks and both on the file.
There's not any pictures of Obama in the Epstein files.
Let Obama stay. Let Obama. We'll let Obama out of jail.
But when did Obama do anything in the files?
If his name's not in the files, then I take it back. Then I'm wrong.
It's
then
not.
Obama then we're not arresting Obama. He's okay.
Okay, and you know I'm saying implicated in the files, right?
Of course, only one is implicated, which is Trump.
No, I never said it was just Trump, dude. These
But that's
people,
where
dude,
you're
like they're the most
going. That's where you're
insufferable,
going.
annoying people to deal with. I swear. Like it's just like I'm not saying that. You
No,
just
but
want to
why-
distract away from accountability on behalf of Trump for any behavior he does that's bad. You're literally
does-
giving him cover for child sex crimes.
I'm
Get your
not
head out of
giving
your
cover
ass.
for anything. You're saying insufferable and this and this.
Yeah.
If we're having a conversation, it's not a one-way conversation. If you have an opinion, you say the Epstein files said that. Was it not true that Trump in 2006 threw him out of Mar-a-Lago and went to the FBI and told them about Jeffrey Epstein and all that stuff? That never happened.
So the reason why he threw him out of Mar-a-Lago was because he stole a worker from him. That was the reason that Trump gave. And then this phone call you're referencing, which isn't even verified, by the way, in the phone call, apparently Trump says that they've known about this for a long time. So that means he knew about it and didn't go to the authorities until after he was arrested.
Oh, the guy said, "Am I the Israel agent, by the way?" No, but that's pretty cool that they commented.
Did you hear anything I just said?
Yes.
What did I just say?
You said that the phone call was never made, that there was never proven that there was a phone call, that he called the FBI.
I said
But-
stuff after that.
But I know I understand people hate Trump, anything Trump does. Whatever Trump does, we're anti-Trump. Who do you want to be the next president of the United States? Tell me.
AOC.
AOC, why?
Because she has progressive policies I like.
Progressive policies. What are progressive policies? Like
Universal health care.
Free from universal health care. Free
Child
free
care.
for everybody.
Addressing climate change.
I don't know. Probably AOC. I think Democrats can come up with a little bit better. No?
Can you tell me one thing that AOC's done that you disagree with?
I don't follow AOC.
So then how could you say that she's not as good?
Okay, you're right. Maybe she's. In your opinion, obviously, you like the progressive liberals.
Yeah.
But that's the undertone of everything progressive liberal is a little bit of Marxism. Yes or no?
No, I'm not a Marxist.
No, but the undertone of progressive liberalism, especially now, is got Marxist undertones.
No.
When we talk about free healthcare, free this, free those, somebody got to pay for it, right? Who's gonna pay?
Universal healthcare isn't Marxist undertone.
I'm talking about universal healthcare, free childcare, free school, free everything free. I mean,
I'm not saying everything free, but free universal healthcare, absolutely. I mean, other countries have done it around the world that have better average health outcomes than us, have lower wait times, and have lower costs. Like, for example, Germany. Germany has literally lower wait times, lower costs per capita, and they have better health outcomes.
I don't know about Germany, but I know Soviet Union had universal healthcare that didn't go very well for people who were not in government.
Can you name one system around the world that doesn't have a universal type system that has better outcomes?
One system in the world that has a universal.
No, that doesn't have a universal system that has better outcomes.
That doesn't have a universal system that has a better outcome. I don't know. I don't know.
So you can't just use the USSR as a cop out for this.
I'm not using it as a cop out. I'm saying it's not as great as like people say universal healthcare.
Yes, it is. It's better than what we have here. And I just gave you metrics to say it's better, and I gave you a specific example.
No, somebody wrote. Okay.
You know, Israel has this, right?
Maybe they do.
Yeah. So you don't want to be like Israel?
I do want to be like Israel.
Okay, so then we should have universal healthcare, right?
Universal healthcare for 350 million people is a little bit different than for 9 million people, wouldn't you say?
Then can we apply it on a statewide basis? Or a county-wide basis?
If it could probably work, but I would say a lot of states waste money in places that they probably shouldn't, which probably would make better use spent into the healthcare system as far as, universal healthcare. But government's corrupt on both sides, my friend. And you can't say it's not. You can't say Democrats don't steal, and you can't say Republicans. Well, obviously, you would say Republicans steal, but
Trump
Democrats
is significantly more corrupt.
Significantly more corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump is corrupt because
he's using the position of presidency to make billions of dollars while president.
Okay, and all the other ones are not. And all the other ones are not. So people go into Congress, right, to be a senator or whatever, to government. Yearly wages, what they make, 150 grand, 200 grand, let's say. Would you say?
For the House of Reps?
Yeah, something like that.
When you're 175 or something.
Yeah, and how are they 5 years, 6 years later multimillionaires?
So again, this is specifically, it's not that they gain. If you look at accrued net worth under the candidacy for Democrats versus Republicans, it's half for the Democrats as opposed to the Republicans. Can you now engage the point that I'm mentioning and specifically refer to how Trump has literally gone from 2.3 billion in 2024 to 6.5 billion here in 2026?
Is that his net worth according to?
Yes.
Tell me what's the source of that? Forbes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you probably have so Wikipedia says he's only worth 3.9 billion. So which source is more accurate?
Go to Forbes.
No, but why is Forbes? Okay, I'll go to Forbes. But why do you think? Obviously, Forbes is a business magazine, but you think they're more credible than others?
Yeah, you just cited. You just try to cite Wikipedia, sir.
Hold on. Okay, let's see. So Wikipedia is not credible, is what you're saying.
I typically don't cite Wikipedia.
I can't even. I gotta get an app for Forbes, but okay, whatever. We'll agree to disagree on that one. But
all right, bye.
All right, my man. Hey.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. I got some people to think I got to catch up, everybody. Oddly, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much on Venmo. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Day, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you for probably time to consider screening guests. Yeah, I get you there. It's just impossible to do it with the amount of guests that we have. Oh, as well as Elena, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to keep that to myself. As well as Claire, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Olivia, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just looking for Trump supporters. Carlton, thank you for the 77 cents. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. As well as Liz, thank you for the $40. Thank you very much for keep fighting the good fight. We need more people like you and Dean to educate these ignorant MAGA. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Liz, for the $40 over on Venmo. Thank you so much. Sources, thank you so much for the appreciate for the $1. Hussein, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it was crazy, right? That was crazy. Kirsten, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, it's crazy, isn't it, that people even think that? Logan, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. As well as Marianne, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. Give some W's for them in the comment section. I actually have not heard of them. I'll have to check them out. And then Aaron, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. No, I actually haven't. I'll definitely make sure to bring that one up sometime. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Void, thank you for the $5 over on YouTube Super Chat. Tomorrow, by the way, we should be live later in the day, everyone. Later in the day. I am going to be busy all day earlier tomorrow. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. If you want to support me, as always, again, Venmo, PayPal, link in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. So as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
True. Debate. Yeah, I'm on. Debate.
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
Parker? I'm 18 years old.
And do you support Trump?
2007. Yes, I do.
What do you want, boy? Trump is better.
What?
What? And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I would definitely vote for Trump.
And what's your birth year?
2007, August.
Okay. And why do you support Trump?
Because of his immigration policies.
Such as?
Securing the border, having more funding towards Border Patrol. And also, I feel like it's kind of racist to have lots of immigration from these poor countries, because a lot of liberals like to have, they don't even realize it, but it's good for the big corporations to have all of these illegal. My dad grew up on a farm, and he talked about how a lot of like Mexicans barely get paid anything. And then basically they're just cheaper labor, and the bigger companies are profiting more when they should be hiring American employees.
Okay, so the way you want to fix that is by providing a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who haven't committed a violent or serious offense, right? Because that would ensure that they can't be exploited in that way, right?
No, I just feel like that they should be focusing more on people that are like taking in welfare and not working a lot, and having them work those jobs rather than...
Wait, what I just provided is an actual solution for that. It sounds like you don't care about that. You'd rather they just be treated
Can you
badly.
say what you said again?
Yeah, provide them a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country, because then they can't be treated in that way, legally.
But they already committed the crime of being here legal, so they shouldn't be able to get the right to become an American citizen.
Yeah, so you don't think that every single person, just because they violated the law, that means that they should be held accountable in every single circumstance, do you?
Well, if you're an American citizen and you violate the law, you should go to jail. But if you are an illegal immigrant and...
So you think Trump should have gone to jail?
For what?
For the 34 felonies he was convicted of?
Was he guilty of it?
Yes.
So he was found guilty in a court of law. That's
Yes.
incorrect. So then why is he not in jail?
Because he was elected president.
And what does that have to do with it? And he was not found guilty. I have it right here. You can look it up.
You want to bet?
He was only convicted. Yeah, $5.
Do more.
500.
Okay, 500. He was convicted of 34 felonies.
Okay, can you do you know how to show your screen, or can you not do
Wait,
that?
do you accept that bet? Yes or no?
He was convicted, but he wasn't found guilty in a court of law with all the jurors and stuff. Was he found guilty in a court of law?
Wait, sir, so do you accept the $500? He was found guilty, yes.
You think he was found guilty with
Yes,
all
do you
the
want to take
jurors?
that bet? $500. He was found guilty in a court of law.
Sure.
Okay, so you said he was convicted, which literally means he was found guilty. So you owe me $500.
No, so I could, that's, convicted doesn't mean found guilty.
Yes, it does.
Search the definition.
Look it up. What does convicted mean? Tell me.
All right, I'll look it up right now.
No, you tell me.
But you told me to look it up.
Before you
Was
look it
Trump
up,
found
before you
guilty?
look it up, what does convicted mean?
What?
What does
Definition of
what does convicted mean?
Okay, so basically, convicted means to officially be. Okay, all right. All right, can we
Read
do
it. Read it. Read it. Read it.
Okay. Okay, and who was the lawyer?
What does
who was the
convicted
judge?
mean? No,
The
just tell
judge
me.
was
Tell
a
me.
liberal.
Read the whole definition.
My phone died.
You're on your phone right
All
now.
Can we talk about
Your friend in the background was laughing at you.
wait,
Just read it
I
off,
actually
dude. You're
have a good
embarrassing
topic.
yourself.
I have a good topic.
No,
Gays and
I'll just tell you.
lesbians
It's literally to be found guilty. That's what conviction means. Okay, so you owe me $500,
Okay.
bro.
All right, what's your Venmo?
It's in my link tree in my bio. Parker COL.
All right, I'll
no
Venmo
spaces.
you later. I got you.
No,
All
you can Venmo me now, bro.
Okay, I personally think that gay and lesbian people are useless to society.
Wait, we
and
can talk
only-
about that. Wait, we will engage that next claim once the $500 is sent.
Bro, no. So you're scared to debate that topic because you know.
No, I 100% want to debate you on that topic, but you have to send me $500.
Double or nothing, buddy.
On what, bro? And
That
no,
I beat you in the
and
gay
no,
or
you owe me
lesbian debate.
$500. You already have to pay me $500, so it's too bad.
Do Somali immigrants benefit?
Why are you
or-
pivoting? You owe me $500, bro. Where's the $500?
Bro,
Pay up,
I
bro.
said I'll Venmo you later.
Venmo me right now? Well, you did just get a flag, so I have to kick you anyway, buddy.
Why?
You owe me $500. You got a flag.
Oh, because gambling. I can report you for illegally
it's not for-
gambling.
it's not
because
for
you're not
gambling.
Native American. You have to be Native American to do that.
Chase, that was such a ridiculous thing to say. It was for harassment and bullying, you dumbass. I'm going to quick restart here on the TikTok stream because we got 2 harassment and bullying violations already on the stream from the guests. So, got to hit a quick restart. I doubt I'm getting my $500, everybody, but wow, that was really embarrassing how he lost that bet. That was really, really funny, actually, because he admitted that they were convicted, and then I just asked him to define what convicted means, and he knew what it was, so he just tried to stop reading it right after. It was really funny. All right, I'll be right back here on TikTok. For the 5,000 people, click the profile picture in the top. Click the profile picture in the top left, and then click it again, and then you can literally refresh on the page. Holy shit. By the way, before I do, anonymous. This is not even the person who lost the bet, by the way. Anonymous with the $500 over on Venmo. Oh my god, Anonymous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Not the last guest, by the way. Someone else. Thank you for the $500. Thank you so much. You know who you are. Thank you, Anonymous, for the $500. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Anonymous in the comment section right now? We'll be right back here on TikTok. Give us literally 30 seconds, or actually literally 15